Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Carissa. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please don't forget to do so, and also thumbs up this video if you enjoy fitness and clothing content. So today's video is going to be my at-home workout essentials. We are in the third month. I'm losing track of quarantine. So I just wanted to update you guys on how I've been working out at home and specifically what type of tools I've been using. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first item I have on my essentials list is going to be my Lululemon yoga mat. Now, you don't need this one in particular or a Lululemon branded one because these are a little bit pricey. I got this one last year when I saw it on sale, but I do recommend having a yoga mat just because if you decide to work out outside, this provides a good cushion against the dirt or if you're working out on pavement. Obviously, if you're doing yoga during quarantine, this is definitely an essential, but for me, I'm doing burpees on my yoga mat. I am doing push-ups, so I've noticed that without this, my workouts would be a lot less comfortable. This is the Lululemon reversible 5mm yoga mat, so this is what the other side looks like. And I just love it. It's so thick, like it provides such a good cushion for, you know, whenever I'm working out on pavement or on the grass. So like I said, if you don't have a yoga mat, highly recommend. You don't need this one in particular, but some type of yoga mat to cushion the ground from your hands. This next item is something that is not new to my channel. I've mentioned it a couple times before. So the second item is going to be my jump rope. This is actually a speed rope from rpmtrainingco.com. I believe that's the website. If not, I will link it below. You need one like this. Just any type of jump rope will do because jumping rope is super easy but also really efficient. The next item I'm going to recommend, I'm not going to show you guys, but it is just a bench or a chair. So that's a common household item for some people. I've been doing dips on my bench and on my chairs as well. I do have a weight training bench, so I'm able to lie flat and do dumbbell bench press and that sort of thing. But any type of flat surface will do. You can incorporate a lot with that. Step ups, like I said, bench press. I do dips on my bench as well. So if you are able to find something like that or have a flat surface to do those things, definitely recommend that. Those are the body weight workouts that are really gonna tone. I know a lot of people in the fitness industry hate that word, but the more body weight exercises I do personally, I notice that I burn a lot more fat doing that. So highly recommend a bench or a chair or some type of flat surface that you can incorporate different exercises with. The fourth item I am including on my essentials list is going to be a kettlebell. So this feels really heavy doing this, but this is a 25-pound kettlebell. Let's put that down. So kettlebells are awesome. There are a ton of exercises you can do with kettlebells. Kettlebell swings, kettlebell deadlifts, kettlebell push press. I mean, there's just so much. I actually have an upper body day and a lower body day that I strictly use kettlebell. 25-pound weight for me personally is very, I don't want to say lightweight, but I am able to do higher reps with it depending on the exercise. So my lower body days, I can tend to do between 10 and 12 reps of squats, deadlifts, etc. Whereas upper body days, 25 pounds is quite a lot. So like I said, kettlebells are awesome. If you don't have a kettlebell, this next item is going to be for you. So the fifth item I'm going to recommend is a dumbbell or a set of dumbbells in particular. This one is a different type. I stole this from my parents. So These weights can actually be screwed off and on, and I have some bigger weights that I can put on this as well. So obviously you can do a lot with dumbbells as well. I've been trying to post on my Instagram all the kettlebell and dumbbell workouts that I've been doing. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely check me out. I've been really trying to show you guys what I'm doing and how I'm trying to stay in shape while I don't have access to a gym. And dumbbells are essential for me during quarantine. Actually, you don't need those things, so if you don't have them, I know they're hard to come by. Just stick to body weight workouts. You can definitely switch up your rep scheme, how quickly you want to complete each exercise, and you can still get a pretty good burn doing that. So kettlebells, dumbbells are part of my essentials, but they do not have to be for you. The sixth item on my essentials list is going to be some resistance bands. So I have this shorter one, which is going to be pretty good to wrap around my legs, and this one is pretty strong, so I don't use it that often. I think this may have been too ambitious when I purchased it online. I got this from Rogue Fitness, by the way. So I don't reach for this one as often, but this one I do get a lot of use out of. This is a great way to warm up. I do have a video on my channel, I believe already, of how I use resistance bands to warm up before I work out, but these have come in handy during the quarantine. I've done pistol squat practice with these, banded good mornings, all types of things. So this is a good way. So if I'm sore from lifting weights or doing running or something like that, resistance band work is still challenging, but not to the point where I feel like it's as bad as lifting weights or something like that. So definitely a lot of things you can do with resistance bands. So if you can't find dumbbells or kettlebells, check out some resistance bands because you can definitely get a good workout in with these too. The seventh item I'm going to recommend is actually an app. So the app is called Timer or WOD Timer. It is here on my phone. This app is awesome. What it does is you click on it and you can choose what type of workout you want to do. So they have Tabata, EMOM, which is every minute on the minute, for time, and AMRAP, which is as many rounds as possible. I have been using the crap out of this app because it's such a cool way to time your workouts. And if you are familiar with CrossFit or you do CrossFit, this is a great way to still keep up with those higher intensity workouts. I absolutely love it. When I ran across this, I downloaded it and I've been using it ever since. And it is free, by the way. My eighth at-home essential is going to be this ab mat. So I don't know if most people are familiar with what an ab mat is, but it is just a mat that you do sit-ups on. But there are different types of sit-ups or ab workouts that you can do. This one on the back has some here. Let's do ab mat sit-ups with this. I'll have to try to incorporate some of these other exercises on the back. But this has come in handy with my different types of workouts that I do. I may do an EMOM or, Tabata or something like that, but I've really found myself reaching for this a lot. My ninth essential item is going to be a recovery item. So this is my foam roller. I have noticed that I've been more sedentary than ever since this quarantine started. I am staying active as much as possible, but being at home and quarantined, I've noticed that I am sitting down and just laying around a lot more. So this has been useful to just stretch out. I don't use this every time I stretch. Honestly, I just use it whenever I'm at home and I just really want to be thorough with my recovery. I will reach for this as well as the next item. But this is really useful. This was not expensive. I got this from TJ Maxx when we were actually able to go out. It was 13 bucks. So if you are training, or if you're an athlete or someone who's pretty active, you need a foam roller because if you're lifting weights or if you're pretty active, you need to recover and your body needs to be treated. So highly recommend having one of these around so you can stretch out. And the last at-home essential for me is going to be an app called GoWatch. So this is a mobility and stretching app. A lot of CrossFitters use this app, and they had a 60-day free trial going on, and I decided to download it, and it has been really useful for me to not only gauge my mobility but also try to stretch more often. I am notorious for not stretching as much as I need to, so I downloaded this app in an attempt to incorporate stretching and mobility into my daily routine. So this is what the app looks like. It is right here called GoWatch 60-day trial. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it after this. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I have really enjoyed seeing what type of stretches work for me. What happens is you kind of go through like a pre-trial test. So when you download the app, they put in some information and you actually go through like a screening test where they ask you to stretch as far as possible in a certain position, and you put how far you're able to go, and then from there they create a personalized protocol for you. So whenever I did my screening test, my limitation was definitely my overhead mobility. So you have the choice to choose pre-workout, post-workout, or daily mobility. So in my daily mobility, I choose what time frame I have, which I normally do the full 22 minutes. And during that 22 minutes, it will emphasize lots of stretches that incorporate overhead mobility or practice for overhead mobility, and it's awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, a lot of these items can be found on Amazon, but if you guys have any questions about anything I've discussed, please leave questions in the comment box below or video suggestions as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video.